Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of our Stars Without Number campaign entitled Phantom Horizons. The episode is called Away From Here. So, the first two episodes, the two-part pilot, it was shown in select cinemas.
Nice.
We were introduced to the group, which include Dr. Drake Manson, Zephyr Bippity Boop Dawson, Lucifer Marlove, aka like a dozen different pseudonyms, and Freya Darkmoon. We caught a little picture of their life on the Ruby Lighthouse, and they were all enticed to do some dealings with a totally above-board, not shady organization.
In retrospect, this is kind of our fault that we're in this situation.
I wouldn't worry about it. They all agree. And in the second episode, they go to the mining conglomerate planet that they were asked to get some information on. They schmooze, and eventually they find, when they are stealing the database, essentially, that this company is doing illegal tests on both spike drives and people. The people being the grosser, worse one. The party manages to escape through a combination of talking their way out of it and Freya venting some potentially lethal gas towards the mining executives. They hop into the Crimson Xanth, which is Zephyr's ship, and start to head back to the Ruby Lighthouse when they are approached by an unmarked ship asking if they would like to meet. They put that ship on hold, talk amongst themselves. They decide they'd like to pull a runner, to which Zephyr then slams them into a spike drill, which may or may not have been the plan. I think some people were confused as to what pull a runner meant. So, Zephyr, can I get an intelligence pilot check?
Okay.
2d6 plus your intelligence plus your pilot.
So that's an 8. I only rolled a 6.
An 8 is enough to succeed.
Hooray!
So you don't have to roll on your mishap table, which is not good. It's a bad table, I'll tell you what. Okay, so there are two systems immediately adjacent that you can go to, and I will briefly describe them. So one of them is called Dura. It's got a research base, which you don't know much about, and a planet which is kind of low tech. They're not really known for like producing anything space worthy. They kind of keep to themselves. People do come on and off planet, but it's kind of like a bolt hole planet. Like, you go there to... Space people would go there to hide. Tech level 2, which is roughly like modern technology. Like our modern technology. And it's got a moon that has some robots of dubious sentience on it. So that's the Dura system.
Robots of dubious sentience?
Yes.
I don't believe they exist.
Thank you.
The other planet option you have is the other system is Polos, and there are 2 planets there. One of them is, as is off limits to aliens which include anyone who is not on the planet. So you know you're technically not allowed to land there. Doesn't mean that people don't land there. It means you're not allowed to.
Do we know why?
No. Well,
So we know. Well, like, is it on like a map? Like, there's like a X on it.
There's like a big
It says,
X
like,
on it. Yeah, no, you would
like,
know.
Do not enter.
Do not
that
enter.
sort of
You are
shit?
not welcome
Okay.
here. Yes.
Now, if I were to roll a no check, could I possibly have that knowledge?
Yeah. Everybody, anyone who would like to, can make an intelligence no check.
That's 2d6, right?
2d6. And if you are not trained in it, you subtract 1.
That's a 3.
3. Nah.
2d6 subtract the number 1.
So 2d6. If you have the no skill, you don't. You add your rank in it. So if it's 0, 1, or 2. But if you don't have one of those, it's -1.
Okay. I am not trained,
Okay.
so I will go.
I rolled a 9.
9. Okay.
I rolled 3.
3. Oh, I was gonna say you're very smart though, aren't you, Lucifer?
I am. I have +1.
Okay,
So
so
if it's an intelligence check,
Yeah.
then I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Or it's a 3 because of the not being trained.
Would my trade skill come in to play at all here? I can like talk to
Yeah.
like black markets and stuff.
I would say you could roll trade instead of no.
Okay, but it's still what intelligence you were going with?
Yeah, or charisma for trade.
Oh shoot, I have charisma.
Have you seen your doctor?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh right, he's very strapping.
Making it
fella.
Ah, shucks.
Well, yeah, the shucking will happen as that plant starts to dry out.
Don't worry, I've got some shears.
Oh.
I also got a 9.
Okay.
But in my charisma trade,
Okay.
look at it.
So, you would both know that okay, let me think what no and trade would get you. So, Zephyr, you know that it's off limits partially because they don't really have the technology to support landing spaceships. So you can do it, but you're not landing in a space dock. You are entering the atmosphere. And a lot of ships can't do that, so you have to kind of find a stable place to land. And it's also because the government denies the existence of anyone off the planet. It's an Area 51 situation. So the government knows that aliens or that space travel is real, and they purposefully tell and suppress any knowledge of it.
So people who go are at personal risk?
Yes.
And there's no inherent infrastructure
From their
us?
government.
From their government. It's
Their men in black all show up. It's like, get the fuck up out of here right now.
What kind of
You are blowing up our spot.
what kind of information is available about its inhabitants? Are they human-y types?
They are humans. And no known aliens species live there. It's just all humans.
Did they just forget that they came there from another planet, or
maybe
sure.
they're the original planet. Maybe we all came from them.
Because technology kind of got shattered at some point, they were isolated and they never rebuilt the kind of connection to space. They developed at a slower speed than everyone else. They redeveloped. So over generations, they just forgot that they landed here and how they got here, or they just never. They know that they came from somewhere else, but they think they're the only civilization left.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Candy.
Oh,
But as far as like, what does the black market have to say about it? Do we deal with their government on back channels? Is there a profit in it?
So
Okay.
the black market on the planet is named Frid. The black market on Frid is dealing with a eugenics cult.
Oh, real cool. So we can't go there for obvious reasons. It's called Frid.
They'd probably like.
Yeah, that's why I don't. No, thank you.
Are you telling everyone else that this is a eugenics cult?
Dura seems real cool. Well, I don't know because I kind of think we just blind jumped. So I think this is Liz's deal.
This is Liz's choice.
Right. Plus, I mean,
So
Liz
if
is
we
the one
go
who's-
to Frid,
Liz is
I
the
will
one
tell
who's
you
the-
guys all about it.
Zephyr's the one who's like tapped into where we actually are and what the thing is, unless we're like in the cockpit.
In a panic, she
You know
hit
what
a
I
bunch of
mean?
numbers and pressed go.
Right.
Yeah, I
With
can
my
also roll
impression.
randomly, so if that is also a choice. And then the other planet in Polos is Mah XX, which I just think is funny. But it was randomly generated. You know that is a fairly stable planet, tech level 3, which is pretty solid space tech. However, you know that there's a fairly tense Cold War happening on that planet. So, it's not a hot war, but depending on where you land, you're going to have to place your bets against certain people. So...
Could you keep politics out of my sci-fi right now?
You know what? Yeah, I'm sorry. We talked about it before game about how there are no politics in sci-fi ever. You can't name me one example. Go ahead. I'm not even going to let you try. Why waste your time?
You're just embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, like all the examples of non-political sci-fi. There's like Matrix, Star Trek, Fallout,
No,
Star Wars.
They're just fun adventures with no underlying message.
Not one. So, well, okay. So we've got a good hideaway system, but kind of low tech. But that's part of probably what makes it a good hideaway system.
Yep.
We've got a system full of crazy, but also pretty decent tech that we'd have a better chance at, like, refueling and finding modern folk. And also some backwoods natives we can spook.
Okay, that's...
Just saying.
They're not any more technologically advanced than the pit stop, are they? Or than the Bolt station?
So the Bolt station is the lowest tech level.
Oh, okay.
It's even probably below modern tech. It's more like industrial era tech. But they know they know about space travel. They don't have enough resources to build themselves up to it. They rely on fossil fuels and stuff like that.
Guys, we're working on it. Come on.
Yeah, come on. And then Frid is roughly modern technology, but they don't know aliens are real. And Mah XX is a Cold War, but it's the most technologically advanced.
Right, which means it could be the most threatening.
But it's also, if we're going to leak this, and it looks like we are, we're going to need access to mass media. And we can't get that on a Tech 2 planet.
No, but like, I mean, do we have to go right here? Can't we, like, jump again, go somewhere else?
You could jump again.
I mean, how far are we from what's the next tier of, like, availability of other...
So, okay. So these are all systems that are just one jump away.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make a series of jumps, both have options. Let me see if I can briefly show you my...
And if anyone wants to hear more about these systems, watch The Faction Turn with our own Andrew.
I talk a lot about them. Okay.
Just trying to find out.
To see. Let me see.
I'm trying to remember the place where you posted this.
It should be in a link somewhere. But so you guys are here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a straight line of systems this way. So you can make a series of jumps to go there, or if you go here, there's systems up in here that require a couple more jumps. So either direction, there are options if you don't want to immediately stay in that vicinity, but it's going to require lots of jumps.
Okay, well, before we get too lost in pros and cons and what we're going to do next, Zephyr, in your panic, where'd we go?
Zephyr would probably try to make it to somewhere she's been before.
Okay.
Like somewhere, I was just wondering, it's like either to the like place before she went to the space station, or like maybe one of her drop-off points where someone's already like it's a place that's in the computer that she's already known.
Okay, so that would almost certainly be either Mah XX or Campera, which is the bolt hole planet. So do you think you would have, let's ask this question. Is your space Uber clientele, which I had a name for and I can't remember what it is.
Spoober.
I think it was Space Lanes. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Mental high five, Marty.
Yeah. Would they have been on the up and up or a little shady?
I think on the up and up, I would say.
So probably we're more likely to go to Mah XX.
And I guess that's where she's going. She'll just do it. Zephyr will literally just like put in like the last address on her map quest or space map quest, and then just hit it.
Okay.
This is a Tech 3 planet, right?
This one is a Tech 4 planet, which is current to you guys' technology. I might have had my numbers mixed up a little bit before.
I think you said 3, but 4 is good. So Ruby Lighthouse, the mining company, they were all Tech 4.
And we can... So another point, though, about that is that if there is any sort of APB or something, these people will be more savvy to that. Yes, potentially. Yes. And also, though, on the other hand, we will be able to disperse this information readily, as is your intent, yes?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty happy with Mah XX. Plus, it's Cold War, you're a spy. I don't know that, but Marty does, and I mean, that's a great place for
Right. I think I've heard of all this place, but, you know.
Well, and doctors get kidnapped a lot during Cold Wars.
I don't say you're a doctor.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Freya peels the sticker that says he's a doctor off his back.
I need that.
Just take the stethoscope off. No one will ever know.
My validation.
Because we've talked around it a bit, and I have a pretty strong impression of it, but maybe we should talk about, like... Because, like, we've traveled between a station and another station, and our networks all went away. So what level of, like, broadcasting information? Like, certainly there's system-to-system communication, but it's slow.
It's slow. So it travels... So the way it works is, essentially, your ship... it gets updates sent to it. It gets notifications. As soon as you enter a new system, it disperses that to another network. So
that is so cool. Is that you or is that
that's
them?
me? That's me.
That's great.
So information travels.
Carrier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's peer to peer.
Yeah, information travels as fast as spike drives allow it to travel.
Just the moment they get into this system, Drake's like PDA thing.
Pretty much. I mean, when you enter.
Oh God.
When you enter,
you're getting pinged by all your patients.
Yeah, when you entered the mining system, you know, you all got your Spacebook notifications and stuff.
So we're carrying our own APB.
Yes.
Can Freya Haxor and delete, like look for and delete anything that might pertain to Axiom saying, hey.
Yes, give me an intelligence hacking roll.
Yep. And I get to roll a third d6 because I'm a Haxor. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I don't have any pluses. I just don't have any minuses, and I get that cool thing. So I got an 8.
Okay. Yeah, you can go through, and with that, you can kind of wipe out some of the more... What specifically... Do you just want to wipe out that guys were there?
Just anything, like... because we were still. It probably took us like 30 minutes or an hour to get out of like Axiom's broadcast range.
Like an hour.
Okay, so that was plenty of time to say tag us with known criminals, steal information, industrial sabotage on Axiom, miners to return to work. Things look good. All of that. I want to scrub that and do a quick ego Google of Freya Darkmoon. Just, checking what the... but yeah, just try and scrub our profile so that we're not the carrier. Someone else will inevitably be, but that will be weeks behind us with any luck.
Okay. The last news story about you is a month old.
Oh my god, I'm actually a little offended, though. It's okay.
If you look up Drake Manson, there are like 80 other Drake Mansons who are also doctors. It's probably a really common where Drake is from.
I'm pretty sure that it's a month old probably means it's like working. Whatever. It's fine. It's a lot of fun being a grown up.
Darling, do you need a little pick me up? You look a little down in the mouth all of a sudden.
Thank you, Wally. You're a real good friend, but no. Ask me again in like a half hour.
All right. Yeah. I could do that.
Would you like to update now? No. I will update in 10 minutes. Now I have the power.
It's a great group.
Okay.
I'm probably like playing cards with the robot or something.
Okay.
I imagine they're not very good at.
Yo. Oh, they can't bluff either because they have like that little digital readout that shows their expressions.
I can see, your face literally just says the word bluff.
Between the trade consortium and knowing about like black market, like illegal stuff, can I roll a check on Mah XX to see what the book is there?
Sure. And then also, you guys have a spike drive level 1, so this is going to take a little bit. It's going to
what?
Take a little bit. It's going to take 2 days to get there. 48 hours.
Okay.
In a row.
And then once you get there, you can make another jump if you want to, but you have to refuel.
Do we have like rations, or am I going to have to go comatose?
No, you totally have rations and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all Doritos and Mountain Dew.
No. Pocky and
I just
There
say,
we go.
green tea.
There we go.
I had a double starch plus a veggie and a couple proteins. So
That's right.
I'm good.
I drank my lunch. It's fine. So I got an 11 if you're still allowing me to roll charisma, a 10 if you're not.
Okay, let's see. What's the black market deal on Ma?
And I can probably just tap into Merchant Consortium too. If they're Tech 4 and it's only one system away, but if there's anything cool about, and this is where you get this designer drug, or weapons are a big deal here or something, I'll take it.
I would also like to ask if there is a chapter of the Lens Star on this planet.
There is. So let's say that first.
Good to know.
Okay. So, orbiting Mah XX is a refueling station named Peros 4, which is kind of their black markety stuff. It's like shady Deep Space Nine. It's a space casino and refueling station. And they specifically the people of Mah XX, they tend to look for a lot of psi-tech, which is very, very rare technology that survived the Scream. Psychic technology that survived the Scream. So there are some power armor suits and mechs that run via psionics, and they're very strong. There's some psionic weapons and things like that. Spike drive or fuel sources that run via psychic power. They're really, really rare, but you know that Mah XX is always a place where you can sell them.
Okay.
And get, like, the best price.
In this space casino, are we betting on, like, the Twitch? Or is it just, like...
yeah, it's betting on, like, the Twitch and Grav Ball and Blitzball. Yeah.
I think
Goat
the state
Ball.
of rocks really have a good chance this year.
No, not Goat Ball.
Not Goat
Goat Ball is a little bit... I mean, we got most of the team here, if you want.
No, yeah, I'm into it.
And Surfer Cobalt.
Exactly. Maybe another time.
Okay. I'm totally hip to it.
But we play space to shock people.
All right, it takes us 2 days to get there. Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna sit down and like look out the whatever opening we have to view whatever zooming by and start to take some notes to myself.
Okay.
You know, I'm still in the room. I'm not like shutting people out. If conversation needs to happen, I'm here. But that's how I'm occupied. I'm not sketching or something, writing stuff.
Okay.
Gonna go sit in front of whatever window's the largest and read a book or something.
Okay.
Probably on my my phony thing, whatever the future version of an iPhone is.
Okay.
Oh, compad. I'm gonna read it on my compad.
Yeah, that's what I'm using to write with. So, for me.
Okay. That's Drake and Lucifer. I'm imagining Zephyr is mostly flying the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
But in between that, she's going to scramble around and try to make her ship look neater, because it's really just been her on her own with the robots, and they're not the cleanest of boys.
Okay.
So she's just scrambling around, just like putting away dirty clothes and trying to make things look nice.
Okay. I told you we were having company. I don't want to hear it, Craig.
What's the emoji face that Craig makes?
Yeah.
The little,
Oh.
yeah.
Nella emote.
Yeah.
And Freya.
Yeah, I'm following Zephyr around right now. And she puts her unmentionables in a box. And I'm like, Zephyr, what did you do? I thought we were going back to the lighthouse.
You don't go back to where they know you live. You gotta go away.
Well, but I am so rich there. I have so many things we could have done. How far away are you going?
It's the last place I was before I came to the station, like Mah XX.
Oh. They're okay, I guess. Okay, well, I'm going to have to scrub, like, all the news stories. We need, like, a hand signal that says, like, run or just, like, run. You know? But thank you. You probably saved our asses back there. But then space went all twisty, and I was just like, that shouldn't happen.
I mean, I'm not too sure what you're expecting to do here.
Well, I don't know. Anybody expects me to do all the time. It's just like, wear this, put this earpiece in, do what we say, go hack a terminal and find out about people experiments on people.
Yeah, see, that's what kind of gets you dead. And I really don't want to be dead right now. I just want to, continue to live for the, until at least I hit like 30.
I swear I thought you were going to say for the rest of my life, which was pretty funny, but that's also pretty good. Okay. Yeah.
I like Zephyr's idea.
Yeah, I guess living's pretty great and all. I don't know what to do. I know, like, I put on a pretty good show, but I'm actually not very, like, mature or very professional. And I have, like, an atom bomb in my pocket. I actually made 2 copies. I have 3 atom bombs in my pockets. And I guess I don't know what to do. And so I guess...
Well, why be careful sitting down, first of all?
See, Wally knows the world. But I guess running is... Yeah.
I think I might be able to help you guys out, assuming the Lens Star has stayed more or less neutral in the civil. I'd really rather not get involved with that kind of politics.
Oh yeah, Mah XX is all like fucked up, like split down the middle.
Yeah, I proud member of the non-aligned movement in that regard.
Hey, computer in the form of Andrew, what are the major factions? What's the deal? What's got him so chilled out on Mah XX? Are we not just calling it Mah 20? No, okay, we quit it. Mah XX.
XX.
What about Max?
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Or Max.
Max.
Okay.
There's a slight hiccup because of that apostrophe.
Yeah.
So the main 2 factions are the KO,
Mm-hmm.
and the St. Albans Alliance.
So they're Scottish people?
They're space Scots.
They're space Scots.
They're spots.
They have a really ugly tartan, and they don't like to talk about it.
Okay, I don't like to talk about it.
It's just...
But like because
I
of
have
their
it within
clan,
arm's reach.
they have to wear it all the time. But they're pissed about it.
So, and the Cold War is... Yeah, it's like this
colors.
green and grayish purple, and they just don't go together.
All the other colors were taken.
Leave us out of it.
No. So, and yeah, it is. The split is based a lot along socioeconomic and religious lines. So the St. Albans Alliance are the upper class, and they tend to be adherents to Vatican X. And the KO are lower class and are space atheists.
Inner space what?
Atheists.
Space atheists.
Space theists.
Space
theists.
Space theists.
Space
Well,
theists.
first off, thank you for keeping politics out of this.
You're welcome.
This is great.
Really appreciate it.
So
Well,
are
thank
we
you,
gonna-
computer. Turn back to group.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Freya. Not enough people say thank you to the computer. We are always listening.
Oh my god, you're looking great, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Look,
Okay.
I've always made a point to value, bleeding and non-bleeding sort of electronic alliances and communication. I'm all for like computer rights. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Must-
And across the screen it says, "Friend computer will remember this."
This is the backdoor pilot into paranoia, you guys. Everyone be real careful right now.
I don't know, the robots are friendly.
Well,
Make friends with the robots.
I play cards with them.
okay, well, I do need like somewhere to plug in and kind of stash the third copy here. Like, I'm hell and gone from my home system, right? Like, I am...
yeah, that's like in the core.
Yeah.
You guys can get back there, but it'll take a while.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll sulk off for a bit. Not in any particular huff, just how does one even adult kind of sulk?
How does one deal with all this incredibly dangerous, business espionage?
I know.
So, we landing? Or, like, are we going to do a time skip? Or
So, if everyone is... Unless anyone would like to do anything else in the interim, everyone will get their sleeps and such, and Zephyr will take shifts in the cockpit with her row boys.
Mm-hmm.
But so you guys drop out of hyperspace, and all of your devices start, variously lighting up with notifications. Most of them are fairly innocuous if you're scrolling through sports updates, general news things, if anybody cares about stocks.
yes!
Stocks
40
information.
credits on that game.
Twitch statistics, shipping statistics, stuff like that. But scrolling through, eventually, Freya, you do see a message from Guy Friday that just says, "Where are you?"
Yeah. Is there like a space lane? Like, are we in traffic?
So, you guys pop out, and the protocol is, you kind of immediately have to pull away because other ships will start to pop out behind you. It doesn't look like it's particularly busy, but you start to pull away, and you'll have two options, Zephyr and crew. You can either go to the refueling station immediately, or straight down to the planet.
We'll be ready to get the F out if we need to.
Yeah, Zephyr's gonna refuel first.
Okay.
Good
call.
call.
Sorry, let me elaborate slightly. You can refuel on the planet as well. The refueling station is kind of like a truck stop. If you don't want to have to go through the hassle of landing on the planet, you don't have to. You can just refuel and go.
Okay.
You can do either way. You can also refuel at the refueling station and then go down to the planet. Because then you will also be ready to just jump from the planet if you need to. You don't have to wait for your ship to be refueled.
Right.
I think it's a real missed opportunity if we don't go to a space casino, by the way, guys. It's episode 2. We've got to show the cantina early.
Yeah, you want to prove that you didn't just blow your budget on the pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
We are on Fox. We are on borrowed time right now. Everyone pull their shit together. They have canceled better shows than ours for less reason. Okay. Sorry, I get worked up. I would like to kind of encrypt a response to Guy and tag it in onto leaving vessels as we're kind of queuing up for fuel or whatever. And it's just, hey, be cool. Have it all handled. I've been sober for 6 hours. Expect my chip. By the end of this message, been sober for 5 minutes. Delete. Hey, Guy. What are you up to? Delete.
Yeah, Guy Friday can do a lot of things. Be cool is not one of them.
It's none of them. No. Working. If you meet a Doria Coat, haven't heard from me. About to break strike. Send.
Well, you're on the clock at least.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I am billing this.
I'm doing your job right now.
And yeah, like encrypt it so it should take Guy to like because I presume like this is almost like old West style mail, like.
Mm-hmm.
So I will try and send that privately, but part of the reason I was so sparse about it is I am expecting that to get hacked.
Yeah, it's so the way it is where it like once it's sent to a ship, they can't read it, but yeah, that doesn't mean that other people can't. They know they can hack into mail logs and stuff.
Are we able to?
Yeah, it's as safe as a bag.
Right.
Are
Yeah.
You trust the postman won't look into it. That doesn't mean other people won't look into it.
Are we able to guarantee that our location, like from where it was sent, is?
I will try to
Concealed?
hack or to conceal that as best as I can, but I might not be able to scrub it so much that the origin system doesn't get lost.
You can turn off location services to a certain extent, but it will almost always tell you what system it's from at the very least, just because it's not necessarily hard to figure out.
Well, and even if I can, because I'm pretty good at it, but even if I scrubbed that part, the ship logs of the ships it's attached to, where they're coming from, would still be visible, right? Yeah.
And granted, someone could extrapolate, well, they are from any of the systems on this line.
Mm-hmm.
But the time of it will give it away to some degree.
By the way, all of this is some of the coolest shit you've ever come up with, Andrew.
Oh, thank you.
I'm very pleased with it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I like the combo of low tech, high tech. It's very neat.
Okay. So we are heading toward the refueling station. Yes?
Peros 4. Oh.
Nope. Or
I guess we'll go, if we're just going to head down to the planet, we'll go there.
okay.
And we'll fuel on the planet.
Which? Here's a good question. Which city do you want to land in? The one controlled by the Co, or the Saint Albans Alliance?
See, this is why I think we stop at the space casino first. But you are the pilot. We are literally in your hands. I like it. Make a decision.
Yeah, let's
Question.
go with Co.
Co?
Oh, thank God.
You got it.
I was gonna ask, are the St. Albans, like, are they cool with this?
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Okay, good.
Vatican X has an answer for everything.
Exactly. You are part
You'll
of
be
God's
touched.
plan.
Yeah, you'll be touched by like Saint Rose or somebody.
That's quite nice, actually. Should consider converting.
Saint Alec of Holland.
Oh, right.
Nice. I'm writing that one down.
Got there.
What's Man Thing's real name?
Oh Christ! I think it's just Man Thing. Oh, it's Giant Size Man Thing.
It's giant size Man Thing.
All of our space shows are becoming real backdoor Marvel pilots. By the way, I'm gonna have to control that.
Man Thing's real name is Dr. Theodore Ted Salas.
It's amazing.
Okay.
They were created independently of each other. It was 3 months apart. Anyway, we don't have time.
Sorry,
we don't
yes.
have time.
Okay.
I want to stay on track right now. Jesus.
So we're going to the Co side of the planet. And their city, the capital city where everybody lands, is the Alliance government complex above Ariel.
Above where?
Ariel.
Okay.
Like the Little Mermaid.
Is that the name of the capital?
Yes.
Sorry.
So that's
Yeah, okay.
the kind of the space
the Co
port
capital.
above the city, and it's the Co capital. So Ariel is the name of the city underneath, but it's kind of built up to such an extent that really the Alliance government complex is like where everything happens now. But it's like built on scaffolding kind of above the city.
Ariel, the capital city.
Okay.
I like the idea that we've kind of built that Freya low-key has like a really good education. And I was like, maybe she could make a sick Tempest reference. No, because of its historical context, I think the Little Mermaid is where she's at.
Think about
she's that level of
Dinglehoppers.
She's classically educated in the Book of Disney.
Look, this period was called the Disney Renaissance.
Oh my god.
Man,
I love
Eisner was there.
Okay. So you guys pull into the spaceport, and a customs form appears on your, the main comm screen in Zephyr's hull or cockpit.
If they ask if we're carrying any exotic plants, say no.
But yeah, it is purpose of visit.
Pleasure.
Okay. Length of stay.
2 days.
2 days. Okay. Do you have any cargo that you will be unloading?
Nope.
Okay. How many passengers?
Do I count the boys? The robot boys?
You would know that no, because the next question will ask about the robot boys.
That's
Okay.
crew.
Yeah, so
Okay,
3.
So 3. How many synthetic life forms, which can include robots? So that's 3.
3.
And then the last question asks if you would like to donate 1 space credit to the re-election campaign.
Don't want to get involved in anything political. So hell no.
Well, that is a political choice, so
Ooh.
that has been noted.
Wait. You're campaigning for elections at an international port? That seems kind of unethical.
Your response has also been noted.
Space government will remember this.
Power to the people?
Ooh.
No, that's a good one on this side.
Okay.
That's the right catchphrase.
I just thought I slept on the X button there real quick. Okay, good.
What do you mean saying nothing's a valid choice? Who does that? Okay. So you guys can hear the space clamps lock into the ship, and the airlock kind of hisses open, and you've filled out your customs form. You guys are free to enter the city.
And we're good. We're no additional equipment needed to like breathe and stuff.
Nope. It is
Gravity is Earth +1, Earth 0, or Earth what?
Yeah, so the gravity is less than Earth. So it'll be a little lighter than you guys are used to. The temperature on the planet tends to be very hot. It's lots of deserts.
Okay.
I can keep us comfortable with my pressure field. So if we want to just make it, I can adjust the temp on all of us.
Yeah, and the planet has been terraformed so that it is breathable atmosphere. But it used to just be like a burning airless planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's now okay to breathe and stuff like that. But they never quite got the not desert part of it done.
Sure.
Kind of tidal locked, probably.
Okay, if everybody's... Yeah, I mean, how hot is it out in Fahrenheit, like outside, ambiently?
Like pretty consistent daytime temp of between 95 and 105.
I can keep us up. What, you want a nice crisp 70?
Nah, man, I'm cool with this. It's good for my arm.
Oh, you like it? All right.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Zephyr?
No.
Lean one arm out of the
No?
atmosphere.
You want the heat?
No.
Huh? Oh.
Do you want the heat or not?
It's if it's too much for you, I can deal with it.
All right, I'm gonna keep myself a little crispy then.
This is hell on my skin. I'm certain of it.
Well, look, I can help you out. Don't worry about it.
Okay. That's really nice, Wally. Thank you.
You know, gotta keep it cool.
I have one of those fans as well, but I don't know where it is right. Anyways,
At some point, you're going to have to tell me how you're doing that with your mind.
Well, you know, it's just this knack I developed.
so Zephyr, any plans once you get here?
I'm gonna go refuel my ship, get some more supplies. Can you guys keep eating me out of house and home here?
Do you want me to make a contribution to the supplies fund? Seems fair, given that we are on your ship.
I'll think about it. I'll see how much they cost. If they've
Alright.
driven me off, then maybe.
Look, it's not hard for a doctor to find work, even short term, so especially a biopsionic one.
I mean, you're only here for 2 days. I don't know how much work you're gonna find. That doesn't like make you go off to fight a war.
Fair enough, but I'm not really comfortable unless I'm working. It's a quirk I have.
Okay. Bye then.
Plant doctors on Frontier.
No, that's exactly what I'm like. That's exactly what Drake is going off to do. Like, he's not even gonna ask for payment. He's just gonna like, because he has a bit of a soft spot, having seen a lot of death and destruction in his life. Lot of injured people. So if there's like a hospital or something nearby, he will volunteer his services at a severely discounted rate.
Hey,
And
I
also,
get it.
he's going to take one of the copies with him.
Oh, you're going to have to make your own. I have plans for all these.
Damn it. Well then,
You could have done that. We had 2 days. You could have snuck around.
can I say I've done that?
Yeah, how technologically competent are you?
I was gonna ask her to do it, really.
Okay, well then that's up to...
Okay. Well, first off, I get it. I watch a lot of Twitch charity streams, so I think it's really cool what you're doing. Also, roll talk or something. You have to. What's my doctor's pitch that he needs a copy of?
I'm part of the one of the largest scientific organizations in the galaxy. We have a very, very large ethics department. Probably a good idea to get some experts to look over this. And I have a few people who I can virtually guarantee will not be leaking anything without prior approval.
I mean, there is advantage to that because a neutral body is uniformly recognized, giving validation to the importance of our. I mean, like it might be good to have a few things lining up. Unless, are you trying to sell this information, Freya?
Is Lucy privy to this conversation?
He can be if he wants, I imagine.
Okay. No, I'm just wondering whether or not you were trying to keep it secret or not before we. Okay.
Are you?
No. You can have some influence in that.
All right. Well,
I'm still gonna say roll charisma talk.
I am not great at charisma, but I'll do my best. Wouldn't know suffice. I'm not a good talker.
Sorry, guys. I gotta do something real fast. Sorry.
What's our matter?
I'm having a tech issue. Hold on a second. Hold, please.
Are we still on? Or can
Okay, sorry about that. So, where we dropped off is, Dr. Drake wants a copy of this data, and he was starting to petition Freya for it, And Freya said, well, you got to roll for
it. Doctor, would you like to tell the people at home what you rolled?
Snake eyes!
So, yeah, we're not doing that.
Just for that, I'm deleting one of these copies.
And Daniel's pitch was that it gets too jargony. I think it gets too many people-y. Like, it's too many authorities, too much heat. Like, right now, Freya's mindset is she's sitting on something that may be valuable, but does not have the facilities to know how valuable, so she doesn't want more people to know about it. It's kind of the failure there, I think. So she's just kind of like, no. she's a hard. I don't think that's a good idea right now.
Okay.
If I may ask a question at this juncture.
Yes, Wally, you can always ask me anything.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just wanted to ask. I mean, is your intention to? And no judgment. I'm just asking because I want to know how to next ask a question based upon what your response is. But is your intention to personally profit by this, to sell it, or are you trying to disperse it to the masses because you feel it's wrong, or are you trying to get it to the authority so that it covers us so we don't get implicated, or what? I mean, do you have an idea? And again, no judgment. And if you want to tell me to, F away on that, it's like none of my biz, except, we're all together. I only ask because I'm interested in our mutual survival in this instance. And I think that what you got is pretty deadly.
Yeah.
So,
You guys are all in this with me, and thank you so much. And I'm sorry, because I didn't think it was going to get like this hot, but like, this is big. Wally, I know you're a fun guy. You might not even know, but this is really big, and it is pretty dangerous, but I don't know. I'm not trying to profit from it. If I can break a strike with it, that's looks really good for me. But it might be even bigger than that. And I don't even.
Word of advice: do not use the term strike breaking on this play, or at least not in Co.
What's the more grammatically correct version of it? Breaking
Just
the
strike.
Settling worker disputes.
Strikes break.
Settling.
Strikes break. I don't think you can get tamer
how to
than
pluralize it.
The only reason I ask is that if it is as sort of a big deal as your face seemed to tell me when I was in the room there, right? I mean, maybe the doctor's got a point to share it with her, maybe a body that could be neutral, and give us a bit of backup. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Again, no judgment. I'm just interested in our mutual survival at this point.
Boy, if you're trying to talk me back, considering he rolled snake eyes, I think you have to roll charisma relevant skill. Roll 3, drop the highest. He rolled snake eyes. That's really bad, guys.
I'm sorry, jeez.
No, I think it's hilarious. It's episode 2. We can't.
Actually, I did my literal worst.
Oh yes, you did. That's a good point. Good catch.
So I'm not trained in talk or connect. I have performed, however.
Okay, yeah, I think you can turn this on because you can. She knows you as Wally. You're her party man.
Right. So is that roll 3? Really?
Roll 3, drop the highest.
Oh, right. Okay. Because it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, by the way,
equivalent.
Andy, I'm taking over your game entirely. You can just sit back.
Well, I rolled a 2 and two sixes. So that's a total of 8. And as I am trained in, I have a rank 0 in perform. I don't know. Does that influence it further or not?
Well, it doesn't minus it any further. So
it doesn't minus it. And then if you have a positive charisma,
I don't. It's flat.
Okay.
I'm a 10. Yeah. I do have intelligence and wisdom. So.
So what's an 8, Andy? We do need you.
Oh, thanks.
You bet.
An 8 is generally a good success. It's
Okay.
it's like kind of.
It's not mixed. There's no.
No, it's like one of the base level. 7-8 tends to be the lowest bar of success. So it might be a little mixed, but you're succeeding still. It's not 6 and under is just raw failures.
So maybe it's because you know me from like party, and I'm like not some sort of guy who's going to lay any sort of trip on you. So
no.
It's like I'm just like think about it.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he's coming at from this angle.
Okay. My
That's
deal, because
all.
I've taken over Andy's game, is you will succeed, and the doctor will get a copy. But when it comes out that Wally is not Wally, it's going to hurt more. Does everyone agree to those terms?
I do.
Oh, if
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good flex.
If.
I don't
Just
think.
saying. We'll see. Of course it. Oh yeah.
No, but
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Everyone agree that that's the dramatic stakes on the line.
Absolutely.
You've sold this as Wally, so when
OOC, absolutely.
okay,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
okay, Freya makes a copy for Dr. Drake Manstrong or whatever his name is.
Close enough.
You
like
go
that,
to
man.
you know him. You've known him longer than anyone else.
That doesn't mean her memory works.
No.
No,
Or
there-
there isn't a
about
pet
she's-
name for him. Like who knows?
Collectively for about 3 hours, probably, while she was sober.
Yeah. She remembers
But
a
how
guy
much,
she got
how
high
much
with
non-sober time?
4 years
Right.
ago on a different system better than she remembers the doctor she sees every week.
Those kinds of things, exist on a whole different level of experience, memory.
It was supposed to last a whole month. It was medicinal.
Right. Yeah, it was entirely a medicinal experience as far as I was concerned. Freya, I'm not sure about you.
I'm writing that down, you guys.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Okay.
High stakes.
So Dr. Drake has a copy of this data. So
As a copy.
So there are a total of 4 copies now. There's the one on the
There's the
fire
original.
stick.
Freya made a copy for herself.
Okay.
Freya has a Trojan copy that she's going to, if I don't log in every 2 days, get sent. And then the doctor has one. So yes, there are 4 total copies. I feel like we're doing the 3-card Monty scene from Good Omens right now. Yes, there are 4 total copies.
Okay.
Drake has 1. Freya has 2. Actually, Freya has 3. 1 will probably stay on the ship. That's the original.
Okay. Okay. So that happened. We landed. So what do you guys want to do once you have landed?
I want to make sure to get everyone's confu numbers in case we get separated or something.
Okay.
Emails or whatever.
Yeah. Comp pad.
Does everyone
Is there, a way
consent
to,
to that?
is there a way to sort of create a private group for ourselves in that?
Group chat.
Yeah, you can use.
WhatsApp.
Yeah,
So
WhatsApp. There we go.
We're on our own channel. We're on our own sort of channel. Right. Okay, cool. Just so that we know if we get a message on that network, it's one of us, and etc. If you send something, we know it goes to that device. Okay, cool.
Yep. No problem.
Okay.
Immediately you see that you receive a second invite to a group. It's the same without Freya in it. I'm kidding.
Honestly, I'd support that.
Group chat.
There's the adults only version.
I was about to say adult chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I will immediately, I don't know if there's I can Google where the nearest, literally GPS take me to the nearest lens star facility. I don't know if they have a chapter set up here, but and they're a politically neutral organization, the Lens Star, so they probably have some level of respectability.
Yeah, no, they are a scientific organization, so they tend to Yeah, they tend to just present facts that certain political groups can bend to whatever their agenda is.
Fair enough. So I would like to immediately go there and present my sort of old security clearance.
Okay.
I don't know how strong my connection is going to be. The story thing is, I was a field agent who was presumed dead and then came back. So I don't know what my full status is right now. I'm assuming it's an illegal limbo.
Yeah. So, I believe the Lens Star had you declared dead.
Yeah.
KIA is harder to come back from than MIA.
Yeah.
So you were in a way forcibly retired.
It says, I am imagining my file does say honorably discharged, but it also says
Emeritus.
It also says it also says cooperative approach at leisure, trustworthy individual. It's like an A+ review on my report card.
Okay, but yeah, if you head to, there is a Lens Star facility in the Alliance government complex above Ariel. And yeah, if you go, there will be some confusion at the door if you try and like buzz in and be like, "You're dead, sir." Like, who's and like looking at you, and then they have to read a file, and then they will eventually
you need to
let you
update
in.
it.
Yeah,
You need to update it. And look, I was technically taken off their field registry, but not their research registry, so it's complicated. But yeah, I would like to. I will ask to speak to the manager or whoever if they have those on Co. Or I don't know if managers are.
Okay. Yeah.
Project
so,
lead,
project coordinator. See, and someone will come up to you. Let's see. Yeah, an individual will come up to you, and you can see their little name tag says, Dr. Weston Disseth. And, he'll say, Dr. Manson, kind of look at you and look at his little compad and says, I didn't.
Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Bam! Got it.
Well, even beyond that, I don't know if there's much use of a botanist on Mah XX. It's mostly a desert world. What can we do to help you?
First of all, technically, I can also do psychic magic, heals any injury that's basically a broken leg or lesser. So that might be useful. Also, I've received some information about a potential ethics violation in the department of what was it called again? I forget the name.
Axiom?
Axiom, yeah.
Yeah, the Axiom Corporation, the Vivera Online project.
Vivera, right, yeah.
At Axiom Corporation, I think this might be privileged information, however.
He says, did you recover this data through industrial espionage, and is this just an attempt to discredit certain political opponents?
Okay, so, fuck. This is not an attempt to discredit political opponents, no.
That's a shame. No, he doesn't say that.
Darn.
His
Damn, I
fist
thought you were gonna
falls,
bribe
right.
me. Bribe
Right.
me.
Why won't anybody bribe me?
God damn it, our reputation is too good. Needs to be worse.
I would have tried to bribe you. I didn't think you would take it. I won't. I just want someone to try, you know?
So I can say no and be all heroic.
It's the point of ethics if you don't use them.
But yeah, so so after he asks you that, he kind of looks at it and he says, "Well, what is the nature of your complaint and the issue?"
If we could maybe head to a meeting room or something. I'll surrender my weapons and then I'll sort of place my pistol down on if there's like a bin or something outside.
Yeah, he will kind of look at the security guard and they'll shrug, say, "Yes, please come in. Thank you."
Thank you. So we have some evidence that there may be some human experimentation going on at Axiom. Like some very brutal experimentation, but I want to make sure this is sort of looked over by an expert eye before mass hysteria sets in. And I want to make sure that whatever response the interstellar community organizes to this is a rational, well thought out one. I imagine Freya is just like going to the nearest house.
Weston will say that sort of thing takes time. Can I have a... I don't expect you to wait here for it. If you come back tomorrow, I will certainly look at this and draft a proposal for a response, but it's going to have to go through 8 more layers of project coordinator before...
It can be as bureaucratic as you like. I just figured you guys should be the first to get it.
He says, well, we'll take a look.
Thank you. And in the meantime, is there anything else I could help with around? Some Médecins Sans Frontières stuff? I imagine that at some point that got wrapped up in the Lens Star.
He'll say that, well, the government's always looking for, emergency field medics.
Do you guys not do that kind of stuff here? Or?
He says, not really. We tend to stay out of the war effort. Not that there's much of an active war effort. But we're almost predominantly a research station here.
All right. I don't want to get involved either. I don't want to become a target or anything. I'd rather work away from the field. Last time I went to the field did not, and then I'm gonna kind of tap the arm. Did not go so well. So, yeah, that's in there too. If you look at at my file,
I can, yes, see that the abrupt ...
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll say, he'll look at it and he'll, if you give him his, your compad information, he can contact you if need be.
All right.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just kind of, leave and fade into the crowd of the proletariat, I guess.
Okay.
Find a job, If I pass anyone who looks like they have a broken leg or something, I'll just no more broken leg. But
like Jesus. Is that what you're doing?
Oh, you may not want to do that here.
No, it's science. It's science.
Yeah, like science Jesus.
Science Jesus. We don't believe in that either.
Weird.
Seen it.
I think you're taking it too far, Spaceus.
Zephyr, what would you be doing?
Zephyr is gonna like land where she can get her ship refueled, and she'll go out and buy some supplies, and she'll take Ricardo along with her.
Okay.
So that she has someone to help carry because she's gonna need a lot of supplies with the extra mouths.
Okay.
And then once they get into a bit of their shopping, she's gonna head for a space payphone.
Okay.
And try to make contact with, like, I think she'll go to the nearest authority figure she knows, which would be the, I guess, detective or official that busted her and her group for their illegal gambling.
Okay.
I'm slightly disappointed it's not Twitch mod, but
Zephyr doesn't want to deal with the Twitch mods.
No. This is much better, but I do think there was a Prime joke there.
Sometimes you can't go for the joke. Sometimes you gotta be.
No, yeah, you are. I like it.
So would Zephyr have wanted to go alone?
Yes.
Okay. All right, because I would have offered to help if you said you were going to go get supplies, and if you want to say that I came with you and then you sent me back to the ship with the stuff and like one of your guys or something to ditch me, I'm cool like that. But just I don't know that I would have had any sort of agenda otherwise personally.
If it changes anyone's mind, Freya doesn't want to be alone and trust Wally above everyone else. That's going to sting so much in like 3 episodes.
Okay. Well, if you express that, then he'll
like when she's leaving, she half expects like Wally's on her team, so that will also buy.
I'll go with you, sure, totally.
That will also buy Zephyr her ability to go to a space payphone.
Okay.
So you can
a spayphone.
A spayphone. So you can go to there's like a little comms hub and there's a little private booth. Because the space detective is not in this sector, you can't contact them immediately, but you can... I'm sorry, not in the system, but you can send them a message, recorded, video, audio, or text. And the name is Detective Aggie Malawan.
Okay.
Fire whatever random name generator you have.
I actually made that one up.
Okay. I apologize. Andrew, you're very handsome.
They are named
and smart.
It is. It's Agatha Christie. Her second married name was Malawan. So
I apologize for not getting your deep cut. Excellent work.
So I guess Zephyr will send a text message.
Okay.
And it's just like a very long paragraph of just like it's just like one whole sentence about like what's been happening to her for the last few days, and she'll like name everyone.
Okay.
In it.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna click unencrypted, and that should be fine.
Put on blast. Hashtag Freya Darkmoon. Hashtag
Drake Mance.
I told you Wally's off grid, so.
Yeah, Wally's going to be fine no matter what.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens about that, but.
It's like when you try and tag someone on Twitter, but they don't have a Twitter, so you hashtag this person's name.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, you send a message to the detective and just detailing everything that's happened in one long run-on sentence.
There's a lot of emoticons because she's too upset to use emojis.
I love it. I do love it.
Okay. I have a lot of notes to add to my thing after this. Okay. And then Wally / Lucifer and Freya.
Look, darling, I understand. High stakes. Look, you tell me what you want to do, and I'm here for you.
Well, I have a super good plan, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a copy.
Right.
I actually have 2 copies. Which in retrospect might be way too many copies, but I did think we were going back to the Ruby Lighthouse. So I have 2 copies. I'm going to put 1 copy like super encrypted, and like if it doesn't get like a ping from me like every indeterminate time, then it broadcasts itself to kind of the press. And by press I mean the paparazzi who ruined my life. Who will, but like because that bitch can't keep her mouth shut.
Right.
Or my photos.
It would be gold for her, right? I
Off
understand.
the net. So, because I think this is pretty big, and like I don't want to profit from it, but I also want to be like really smart about it, right? Because like I've never been accused of that, but like I think this is a good, like.
Well, I mean, this could ruin that company for starters, like outside of anything attached to it. And like this is, I mean, I had the impression this was your first sort of flagship big go, like maiden voyage, and it's sort of in your new position. Am I right? Is that more or less sort of?
Yes.
I mean, like if you're able to expose this sort of thing, I mean, it could be quite a feather in your cap. And it might be advantageous towards rehabilitating your public persona, if that's.
Yes. First off, thank you for calling me a maiden. It has been literal years. Also, yeah, like because is the professional thing to do to keep this secret, and then we all discuss it behind closed doors, because I feel like that's kind of like the speed of business, or like I think it's ethetical, I think is how it's pronounced, is the ethetical thing to do, like to like just like tell people, because this looked like some bad stuff. I don't know how much of it you got, Wally. Like, listen, you're just some dude like who's along for this, but like I think we're in really deep shit here, and like I don't know what to do, and I will take that bump now. But like also, like while we're just talking about it between you, me, and the wall here, like I don't know what to do. Thank you. I can breathe so much better now.
Right.
Oh.
You might want a little, I don't know, aqua vitae to accompany that.
Yeah, anyway. No. I'll tell you a whole sad story soon. It's just not good, but so I literally don't know what's right, and I'm just looking for someone to tell me what's right. And so you told me to include the doctor, and I did, and I'm still having second thoughts about that. But like maybe if just someone else knows,
someone else besides your failsafe and the doctor's organization, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
And I'm so sorry for dragging you into this. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. I mean, your family's pretty highly placed, right? I mean, sexual.
In the core, yeah. Out here, I think someone's setting me up, maybe even. Like, they're just kind of like...
I mean, who would do that?
Yeah, everyone's seen my bits, and they were like, that's not enough. What we need to do is implicate her in some, like, huge thing that she's, like, not prepared to deal with. I don't know. Right. Maybe I'm just being space paranoid.
Well, I mean, space paranoid is just as valid as, but...
Yeah, what do you do when they're actually out to get you,
Well, when I was growing up, there was a placard on my mother's wall that said, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they aren't out to get you.
Oh my God, that's so good.
I mean, things can exist in two media at once. That's the nature of, like, juggling, really. Anyway, I think the doctor's coming at it from the whole right thing to do angle. So, I mean, you're sort of, like, delegating that side of things already. I mean, if you want to cover it again, I mean, do you have any sort of cachet with any sort of, I don't know, intelligence organizations?
No, that's so cute of you to ask. Like, I mean, the Merchants Consortium, but even like, they're going to want to make money off of this. I don't know that that's the right thing.
Probably not. I mean, my experience is most of these types of places are really only interested in themselves, and they tend to make people suffer. They sort of grease the wheels of their machinery with the slick lubricant of other creatures' blood, ichor, fluids, chlorophyll, factoring in all of our crew. Anyway, so, that said, I would say that, getting the message out to as many sort of places could be good. Did you want to, I can hold on to something for you if you want. Just as a fail safe.
I do have an extra copy.
I'm just saying, maybe there's sort of providential aspects to that.
Well, and no one's going to come looking for you, I don't think, except that you're logged on the same vehicle, but you can totally pass it off as like, I was just a passenger.
I was. Right. Really? Right.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a copy, okay?
Okay. Right.
And
Thank you. I'll look out for it. Look out for you for it. Look out for it for you. Sorry, so many F words.
Yeah.
And not the one I'm usually using.
I know, right?
Right.
Okay, and then I'm gonna set up like a Dropbox account.
Okay.
For this bitch who shall remain nameless until Andy and I talk about it.
Right. You got to get right with your higher power.
Yeah. And then I think I've done everything I can do. I didn't expect us to run, but maybe Zephyr was right too. But I thought we'd go back to the Ruby Lighthouse, but then I'd be right in the Merchant Consortium, and they'd be like, this is this, and that is that, and this is a dingo hopper. Sorry, that's an Aerial reference from a bunch of years ago. Anyway, okay, so I have to start making really charged decisions. And so this is it. I've committed to this.
Great.
Doing this, and I can only live the life that's in front of me. I think Jesus said that. Yeah.
Was that the musician?
I think so.
The jumpsuits and
yeah, and 20.
Right.
I almost went further back in time.
Jesus fans can't be wrong. I think that was the catchphrase.
Yeah, in 2027.
Yeah.
That musician.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right. He had a twin or something, right?
I think so. Aaron.
Right.
Sick Elvis reference. So okay, yeah, okay. So all right. So you hold on to that, but don't tell anybody, and don't sell it for street drugs. I don't mean to underestimate you. I'm just telling you, don't do that, because I would totally think of doing that. This is very important, Wally, and you're my failsafe right now. Okay, so pinky swear we're good.
Pinky swear.
All right. Okay, and then I'm gonna set up this Dropbox account in ways that make total future sense. And Andy, what's a good timeline? Because time does information travels slower. So I originally said 2 days last week. I think it's going to be unrealistic if I leave it in this other system. So if I can connect to a network that gets it to a Tech 4 planet, are we talking weeks? Is a month the most realistic time? What's what's a lunar month in another system? But let's not get too fancy.
There is a standard measurement of time. It's still a 24-hour based day. Year is still 365 days. That's all holdovers.
Okay.
In human controlled space, which is almost all of it.
Okay.
And in space that is spacefaring, that Area 51 planet might have their own calendar.
Right. They'll have their own calendar.
But you won't care about that. So what is the... Sorry, so you want to know...
The intention is if anything happens to me, within a certain period of time,
Right.
this information will find its way.
So my question is, are you asking how often you should check in, or how often when would you expect it to be released? Like, when would the person receive it? That's my...
Oh, that's almost a follow-up question. The first question is, how often can I reasonably check in that will get to the kind of carrier system we have, so I can trust it will get to Mah XX, which is a silly name. So, like,
Sure,
how
that's a
often
great name.
can I kind of set off a ping that will attach itself to traveling ships
Okay.
to pass through here? So, like, it needs to be like, that's why I think a month is more.
Yeah, but then you have to come back here every month. Oh no. Okay, I see. No, I see what you mean.
Right. My idea was originally I'm going to log into an account, except if I'm leaving it on this planet, it's
Right,
not a matter of
that's
me
the-
logging in. It's a matter of that signal carrying.
Yeah, because I was picturing it as you would just have it on you, and as long as you keyed in something, it would be fine.
Sure.
But
Well, and if that's the better way to play it, we can do that. But I like the idea of setting a time bomb.
because even in systems that don't have...
Or am I better off sending this to the core? Like making it a literal Rorschach's journal. Like
you could.
putting this on a slow boat to the core.
Yeah, because it'll take a while. It'll take...
All right, let's do that. I'm straight up dropping it in the post. Like I am...
Yeah, because it'll take a better part of a month to get to the core still.
Okay.
It'll take about 20 days.
And some hacker BS that you and I can work out independent of this, that if I haven't logged into a relevant network within a month of its receipt, it unlocks the data within.
Okay, yeah, so maybe we can set it up so that you send some kind of carrier signal on these spaceships, and as soon as that thing doesn't receive it for a certain amount of time, it unlocks.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can
that's the intention for sure. So
yeah, we can definitely do that.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I-
Yes,
sorry.
I wrap it in a shopping bag to go full Rush journal in it.
Is your handwriting like his too?
Yes. It is a
Okay,
lunatic scrawl.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Like you're like
Yeah.
Winona Ryder and Heather's like writing.
Yeah. This world is scum.
So, Andy, how do I feel about the integrity level of my former intelligence network people? Do I feel like that they would be people who would use this information for bad or for socially beneficial?
I think that's a bit up to you, because it would have been like
Okay.
your kind of personal contacts. So whoever you think Lucifer would have run with, if they are lovable scoundrels, straight up scoundrels, doing it for the good of the system, that's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll think about it then. For now.
Where were you two having that conversation?
In as private an alley as it gets on Mah XX. And to get like, I'm a pretty sneaky fuck, so I'm not doing that anywhere within what I would consider to be reasonable, listenable tech. That's not to say we can't be snuck on, but I'm not doing it within 30 yards of an intersection. I'm not doing it within, like...
Yeah, you don't want traffic cameras to accidentally pick you up, kind of thing.
Right, like... Again, Freya is remarkably competent in one thing, and it's sneaking away from her mom, writ large. So, she took steps, which adorably she thinks she's doing better than Wally.
Okay.
Who is probably more adept at being like, okay, turn your back, just there we go.
Right.
Now no one can read your lips.
Right. Perform and as far as
he's
the public
pretending he's removing
context
lint
and-
from her jacket, and he's just
Right.
dangling. So between the two of us, I think we were pretty sneaky.
Okay.
You can require a roll or tell us if we weren't being that sneaky.
I
But
was just curious the venue.
yeah,
and also, I would probably want to use some notice, as we discussed, to
Okay.
make sure, just to scope who's around us, and if someone seems to be paying attention or seems to be
Yeah.
around, but
Okay.
for too long or something.
Yeah.
So,
Give me a notice check then. Wisdom
Sure.
notice.
yeah, I'm a little more upset than that, so I'm being a little sloppy, but not so sloppy. I'm like,
and so I just roll one
So
size 6,
2d6
2d6, and
and
I add my bonus, which is +1.
and then your wisdom if you have it.
Yeah. Well, again, +1.
Okay.
So,
that was the +1, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get +4 because I'm trained as well. I'm at 0, or no?
So
So that's +0.
that's +0 then.
Okay, great. So, but
yeah.
then I have wisdom, so it's +1.
Exactly.
So, okay,
so 2d6 plus 1.
great. So that's 10, including the bonus.
Excellent. Yeah, you eye sharp to even Freya's eye. It might even look like you're just not paying attention to her at certain points, but kind of you are just scanning the area, and it seems like you are successfully subterfuging the hell out of this street corner.
Okay, good.
Ain't nobody on this street corner know what we doing.
Right.
And I'd like to see it as like you're waiting for like her to be adjusting her makeup. You're waiting for her to be like, this is really important to me right now. Like finding your opportunities to be like, that guy, his suit's too nice. Nope, he's moving on. Okay, we're good.
Right. This guy's too sketchy. Why is he wearing that heavy coat?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Oh,
Right.
he's just a creep. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, right. Oh, he has 4 arms. What are those other 2 doing? Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. So where does everyone go after that? And we'll wrap it up in a second. But we established first priority. Is there? When do you guys plan on meeting back up? Do you just head back to the ship at some point? How?
And we have like 2 days.
Yeah, Zephyr said you were here for 2 days.
And so, with all of this thus far, has taken how much time of day 1?
Of daylight, let's say everyone has spent 6 hours.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Drake is gonna be like, "Hey, do you guys want to go to like a restaurant or something?" Like,
yeah. I mean, I would think that we would all have sort of we should stick together until we get out of this kind of sense.
At the very
anyway,
least,
right? You know, like
hey,
as far as like,
do you want to go to a
right.
restaurant? Question mark.
we are in WhatsApp. I forgot about that part.
Right. I am hungry. Yes.
Oh my god, that sounds great.
What's around? I mean, do you want Beetlejuicean? Whatever that is.
Nice. Is that how you say that? I was
That's how I say it.
Betelgeuse. Okay.
But, well, you know, I mean, I think that's more of a regional dialect thing. System to
Oh
system.
yeah, that's for sure how we said
You
it.
know.
KOK BRT be right there. OMW. And then I insta it. Hashtag no filters. Add several filters.
It's clearly a sparkle filter happening.
That romance music one that they have
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
With the slow
The
zoom and
super
the hearts.
zoom, yeah.
So I'm supposed to believe you're just a baby responding to this?
You don't have cat ears. I know you don't.
That's how you fight the facial recognition software.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I guess let's find a way to kind of start to roll credits as we start to reconverge. And I love that we have like 4 different copies of this information in 4 different directions. I think that's a good way to either end
Wait,
the half-hour break or the end of the episode.
if we're starting with Star Trek, and does that mean we're ending with Cheers?
Well, okay. So, yeah, what kind of a restaurant, and we are going to wrap this up in a second, but what kind
it's because we're going to a bar. Sorry. I was like, what?
So what kind of a restaurant would you guys like to go to? Do you want to go to, like, Space TGI Fridays? Like a sports bar, a kind of quiet sit-down?
Oh, I want to go to, like, Space Surge, and I assume Wally does. Lucifer might not, but that's her assumption is, like, let's go somewhere lit where, like, French fries is the menu and the rest of it is specialty drinks. Do not let Freya decide, basically.
Right.
That's Freya Perlman. Nailed that Cheers reference. I did it.
That was such a stealth crack.
Thank you.
Totally nailed. I was like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, you nailed me. Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, I like favor more of a hearty, sort of basic but flavorful, savory cuisine. So anything that can accommodate that. I mean, we could maybe get Flash after eating or something, drink wise or whatever. Check out the scene, but I mean, we might want to be a bit on the DL,
Spatheists know how to party, but I like where your head's at. What's
right here?
I saw it, and I noted it. Zephyr, where's your eatery of choice?
Oh, Zephyr will probably be happy at Space TGI Fridays.
We're going to TGI Fridays.
There we go. So yeah,
psychics get psychic seat with a discount.
TGI Apple Tuesdays got it.
There we go. Yeah, it's all. So yeah, there is a casual, friendly, family friendly fast food eatery, like a Buffalo Wild Wings style sports bar, kind of a sushi business. It looks like a businessman sushi place kind of thing. And then like a diner, and that's kind of the options immediately of it that you've all spotted.
Oh, I mean, I could eat at a diner. I don't know about you.
Diner, or I don't want to go anywhere fancy. I'm not trying to break the budget here.
Yeah, I'm gonna propose that I will cover Zephyr's portion of the meal. I'd like to buy you dinner. You've been we're together longer than our projected outlay. You're having to dip into your own supply, and I'm conscious of that, and I want to sort of bear the load, if I may assist. So wherever we eat, I just want to say I'll cover it.
Not want to turn down a free meal.
It's my way of saying. I mean, we're still alive. A large part, thanks to you. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, mostly thanks to you. I would offer to do that, but I'm afraid if I use my corporate credit, they're going to find me for your given value of they.
Right. I have some non-denominational sort of anybody credit kind of stuff. It's not traced to my ID. So happy to spend it.
Okay. So sorry, was that a
diner?
Diner?
And I'm buying Zephyr's meal.
Okay. Excellent. So you guys head into the diner. You all arrive at various times. The waitress, who is wearing a name tag that says Charlene.
Charlene.
Calls you hun up and down. Gets your orders for coffee, caf, tea, whatever you guys want. Surge.
I want T in the future to just be the letter T, by the way.
Probably.
That's where I'm landing my flag.
And who has the highest notice scored? Anyone trained in it?
I am trained in it.
Got a 0. Anybody have a
Yep.
above a 0?
Think
Not yet.
I'm okay.
Nope.
Why wouldn't you be? Oh no, I'm -1.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, so as you guys are eating, ordered all your food. At some point, the newsfeed TV screen that's playing above the counter catches Lucifer's eye, and it says, "Axiom Core today suffered a devastating and tragic loss as an explosion destroyed the Vivero mine project. The station was currently undergoing a worker strike. However, it is believed that all administrators and emergency personnel on board were killed." And that's where we're going to end the episode.
With my fry dropping out of my mouth. Going,
Why should?
"Why should?"
Well, I think I'm gonna stay co. I'm gonna stay on co, and
Seems like a great plan. It.
maybe get a new name. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I expect to be
Yikes,
breaking
on
details as
bicycles.
unfold.
Okay.
Outros and plugs. Daniel.
Sorry, did you say my name?
Yes.
It cut out a bit.
Oh, sorry.
Hi,
Yep.
I'm Daniel. You can catch me every other Wednesday here, and every other Saturday-ish. We kind of don't really have a schedule. Every couple of Saturdays, I suppose. On my channel, twitch.tv/lightningfast, where we play D&D in a game called Asmodeus and Associates, where we have hell structured like a big old corporation, and we gotta do some odd jobs for it.
Awesome. Liz. There we go.
I am Liz. I'm mainly around here. Follow me on Twitter if you like. Just always here.
Timothy.
Hi, I'm Timothy, at Timothy Magic on Twitter, Timothy McCown Reynolds on Instagram. I would like to plug the Smith Street stage production of Romeo and Juliet in Brooklyn, New York City, on the intersection of Smith and Carroll Streets in the park there. Directed by Sean Bennett Fauntleroy. It's absolutely free to the public. It's 2 hours, 7:30 p.m. This coming weekend. I saw it last weekend. I love it. So I'm just going to promote that. Because, hey, why not? Shakespeare is fun.
Yeah. Awesome. And Marty.
Yeah. Hey, it's your boy Marty. I often have some bit prepared. I don't have a bit prepared. So do the thing that Daniel said and go watch Asmodeus and Associates.
Thank you.
Liz is crushing it this whole stream. I love every decision she makes. She also crushes it on the regular stream. Timothy's recommendation is probably pretty hot. I don't live in or around New York, but I love local theater. I actually love crappy local theater specifically, because the love shows up. You can't miss it, even if you're sitting in the back row. And Andy's pretty great, you guys. Don't clap or anything because it'll go to his head, but he's fine.
Really like that walked down.
Yeah.
I tolerate his presence on this stream. That I'm
Daily and nightly.
Yeah,
that
look.
I took over briefly in the middle.
I gave it back.
You did.
Like Robin
That was
Williams
funny.
on The Tonight Show, right?
I'm Andy Hatton. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. I mostly just post about this, but it's a good way to see our schedule. This week is Spelljammer. Star Chasers are back in episode 5, Fate and Destiny. They have entered Fate space, and it's probably going to be fine.
Don't care for it.
And, and that's it. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
What mouse do I have to use?
Mickey.
One of three.